Hello and welcome back to Sim Racing Superstar, the series where I'm comparing what an average casual gamer can do against the best players in GT Sport. Once again, I'm reviewing a race that took place in April of last year. This race is a year old. I've basically forgotten everything that happens and we're about to find out. I'm about to find out with you. Here we go, one make race, Blue Moon Speedway, all in Mini Coopers, and we are underway. 6th on the grid, we've qualified. Traction control is going to get turned off in a second because we've gotten a decent grid start. That guy clearly did not get the start we wanted, and we're off, and we are racing. These are fun races. Like I say, I forget a lot of what happens, but I do remember vague things. These are fun races to do. Not as much ramming as you'd expect.
Are you sure about that?
Well, actually, there might be. We'll find out. But we're off to a good start. From 6th, we've gone to 4th. If you remember rightly, we are... Oh, lagginess on the outside. Took that left-hander very well. And we are up to 2nd already. This is a walk in the park. I'm having a great time already. I look great. Now, just a quick recap. I am rated C. C-rated driver with S for sportsmanship. Otherwise, it's all about trying to get up the ranks. And it's been a while since we've won a race. And immediately I'm looking to do one here. We've got the better run out the final corner into the slipstream. Probably about to run out that advantage in a second. I know we took in. We're going to look up to the inside at the start of lap 2. It's only a 4-lap race. And we're ahead. What a first lap. Fastest lap. 6th to 1st. Incredible. Although I'm sure I'm about to lose this because there's a long-standing record that I have so far yet to win a race that I haven't started on pole for. And then to suddenly go and win one from 6th would be a bit of a gag. So I didn't take that corner the best. I went defensive on the inside. It's compromised my line. And PCM Focus is going to sweep round the outside. And in fact, Lynx Boy 89 is as well. But oh, PCM Focus has had his line compromised and he's run wide. So he's not run away with it. We're side by side into the hairpin. Slam on the brakes, hold the inside, try not to overshoot. Hugs the inside a little better this time, but a brilliant switch back from Lynx Boy. He's now on the inside, but technically the outside. Lovely little sequence of corners in these minis. Great side-by-side racing, and I just managed to eke him out. PCM Focus struggling again. Another purple sector. Can we get the run out of the final corner? Oh no, I've kind of... You need to try and take these corners smoothly. I've scrubbed off a load of speed by just kind of whipping it into the corner. Looking at the map. Oh, God, really not got my braking zone right there. And Lynx Boy sweeps through. But we've got the run on the exit. And then we're going to be inside for this next left-hander. Again, has my line been compromised? It has. And again, we're going to switch places, but we're on the inside coming up for this right-hander. Oh, slammed on way too much, but Lynx Boy's run wide, so we're going to have the speed advantage coming into the hairpin. Lynx Boy goes defensive. Sweep around the outside. I'm going to try and brake early and go for the cutback. Oh, I say brake early. I have gone for the cutback, but even I've not exactly hit the apex there. Kind of reverse the last lap now, switching positions. Switch back again. Love a little switch back, me. And we are right up the back of them coming into the final corner. I've had to ease off. Decent line through, perfect line through in fact. Angled it so we could get the speed out. Can we carry it through to take the position across the line? PCM Focus just starting to get away now. Out of the slipstream range. 2.2 seconds. Oh, and again, terrible, really poor line through there. I've run so wide. However, got the line through this one better now. I'm not had it compromised. Lynx Boy runs wide, and we are on for another fight through this infield section of corners. He's run wide again, and we're going to be up the inside for the hairpin. We're probably going to be ahead. So what's Lynx Boy going to do? Is he going to try and come up the inside? Am I going to stay defensive? I think I pretty much park it in the middle. Lynx Boy does good not to hit us. We hug the inside. PCM very much getting away with it now. 3 seconds ahead. It's about holding on for second place. Oh, and I've been rammed out the way by Lynx Boy. Oh, that's a dirty move. I was going to say, I thought I'd taken that final corner, or penultimate corner, I guess, pretty well. Get an absolute grip, guys. What did I say at the start of this race? Oh, it's not bad, actually. Not very dirty race. Filth. Pure filth. I'm going to finish. He's got a penalty. I'm getting overtaken. I'm going to finish. I've just been beaten by Steven Seagal, which... great name. I did not deserve to finish 6th in that race. I was running 2nd all the way through. Lynx Boy started that by barging me out the way, and then final corner proper, I got absolutely ram-raided. Gutted. Started 6th, finished 6th. That's not the story of that race at all. Right, here we go again. So, one better this time. We are in 5th place, and Lynx Boy, who destroyed us, or started the destruction in the last race, is 1 place ahead of us. Steven Seagal, lovely to see you again. He's behind us in 6th. Right, let's not get wrecked this time. Another decent start. Oh, I turned off the traction control a bit early there, and I've spun up the wheels. So I've kind of ruined my start there, but it's not too bad. I don't think we've lost too much. So we kind of hold station and into turn 1. Very much got my eye on Lynx Boy up ahead. Oh, and it's lots of evasive action, and because of my braking to avoid hitting people ahead, I have been hit. Standard. And we are down to 9th. Piling up to the hairpin. There's probably going to be nonsense. So on the brakes. Oh, and I've hit Steven Seagal. I do apologise. Great name again, just to say. Oh, have I cut that? That's really tight on that final. No, it's legal. It's within track limits. Didn't realise Blue Moon Speedway was in Bahrain. Slingshot it into turn 1. Still haven't quite got it. That's better than the last couple of times. I just feel like you need to ride the bump a little bit better to help you turn in. And I've been kind of getting caught on the outside. But we are at least gaining time on the cars ahead. I'm trying desperately not to hit people. And as I slam on, I then lose all the momentum I've gained in the previous corners. Oh, but nonsense up ahead. Oh. Come on. Again. Massively getting over the curb in that final corner. Am I going to get called on that? No. Thank you, Michael Massey. Now, as we have a quiet moment, because these races are pretty short and frenetic, you may have seen that in the title of the video, there's an announcement, and it is to do with this series, and I'm changing the way this series is going to be done. Again, yes, I know. When I started this series, I imagined I would be basically doing all of this behind a wheel, and kind of talking as I'm driving live, like some kind of cut-price Jeremy Clarkson. Oh, and as we go... Oh, and I'm going to interrupt myself coming up into the hairpin. We've still not managed to take the place, but we're going to outbrake Steven Seagal up the inside. He's left loads of space. And we're up to 5th. 1 place down... Sorry, back to where we started even. So yeah, as I mentioned, basically my setup didn't allow me to kind of produce those videos quickly, and then I started doing other videos and other topics that I could then make quicker. Then I changed my setup, and this has basically fallen by the wayside a little bit, which is a shame because I enjoy GT Sport and it's the first series I ever did, and I'd like to see it through to some sort of ending. And me every now and again reviewing races that happened a year ago probably isn't the way to do that. So like I said, I'm going to change the way this series happens as I get involved in a bit of a fight. He's in the wall. I can't... It's gone now. Let's move on. So yes, I'm going to change the way I do this series. And I'm going to tell you how a little bit later in one of the next races. But now we are catching up on Lynx Boy. And there is still a chance we could grab a podium position here after being in no man's land. And it would be great to get our revenge on Lynx Boy after what he did on the final lap of the last race. He's taken the final corner well, though. I think he's going to survive. Portuguese driver in the lead is going to have a penalty. Will he be far enough ahead to take the win? He's weaving to try and break the toe. He doesn't take the win. The Czech driver, Bernatik, does. Lynx Boy finishes just ahead of us, but we finish fourth, so we gain a place in that one. Not too bad. Still would like to get ahead of Lynx Boy, though. It's a bit of, not revenge. Revenge is the wrong word. Clean race, apparently. Don't know what race you were watching, but... Okay, here we go. Third time's the charm. Fifth once again. Steven Seagal is back, but Lynx Boy isn't, so revenge not happening, and that's a shame. I really hope this race goes better. I thought these races went so much better than they did, but that shows how much I forget. Right, this time, wait a little bit longer before turning off the traction control. Much better run, and immediately we are up to fourth. Now, let's try and take turn one a little bit better. Looking towards the inside of Clad Hat. Hungarian Ace Combine gets a little bit of a nudge and then has run wide on exit. Avoids hitting the wall. We've got the momentum though. We're up the inside of the Hungarian. We might go 3 abreast. Don't go 3 abreast, but we do go alongside Clad Hat and we get ahead. But immediately Ace Combine with a brilliant switchback. And Clad Hat's looking to do the same. Break early to try and hold the inside line. Go side by side all the way through. Just hold the position well. But again, Ace Combine's now carrying too much speed through. Coming back to try and take him. He's going to go defensive. I tried to go very offensive and hold the inside. I think you get a bit of a nudge there. There's a mess of cars behind us on the radar. Can we just stay ahead on the inside line? This time 3 abreast into the left-hander. Ace Combine happily ahead. Oh, I've been knocked a little bit there. We managed to survive. Lots of bumping between the 3 cars behind us. Is anyone going to try and make a run? Again, cut that corner. Fairly. Still fairly. So that's 3 times I've cut that corner. I'll get warned after I've cut it another 26 times. Ooh, oh, and again, I've still not learned my lesson from turn 1. Wide on the bumps, and it just snaps and carries you out wide. And we're down to 8th. 9th? 9th. Purple sector. I don't think it is, somehow. Still got a chance at finishing higher than my starting position, because when there are so many closely matched cars, well, identical cars bumping each other, there's always a chance. We're going to get the run up the inside. We've got the toe. So up to 8th. As we start lap 3, it's no longer fighting for a win or a podium. It's fighting for respectability. Coming up to the penalty line for the Polish driver up ahead. Oh, a little switch back there, up the inside. It's cheeky, and it's stuck, and we're through. Again, across this one. Oh, and I've attacked that well. Oh, and I've hit the Polish... I do apologise, sir. It was a touch naughty. Another penalty, up to 7th. Line through that corner was pretty good, though. Should do that more often. So running the cars, we can see 4th just ahead of this run of cars. If we can maybe negotiate these 2 on the start-finish straight, if we get the run... Again, cut that final corner well. Brake about the same time as Clad Hat. Again, bounce wide. Brake early. Can we take that similar sort of line? Hold the inside, not bad. Yaudi's going to serve his penalty, and we do take that place up to 6th. I think we're going to have dropped... I thought all these races I was like consistently like top 4, maybe on the podium, and just, you know, gaining places. We're going to come at a loss here as we come to lap Tito Mundi. That's unfortunate. There's one more race to go. I assume that everything good must happen in this race, otherwise I have drastically misremembered what happens in these races. 2 6th place finishes. Now, clearly, before this final race, I had become disgruntled because I have jumped into just the qualifying, not even in like the build up to a session, and immediately improving my times. This is a much better lap, and I think I'm about to improve again. Come across the line, a 127.9. So fingers crossed for this final race. Okay, here we go, one final time, and we are on pole position and in with some B-class drivers as well. Oh, that's a good sign, isn't it? It's a good sign. I have only ever won races from pole. I've also lost races from pole, but let's take this as a positive. I'm Manta73, who was, I think, the runaway winner in the last race, is right with us. This could be a good one. This could be a good race. So, turn 1, which has been inconsistent, to say the least. Don't get on the bump. Hold the inside. And we're okay. Try and power out the exit. Use as much of the track as we can. Manta is with us. He's going to tuck in and not make a move at this left-hander. Back end's got a little bit shaky there, but we are good. Held it together. Perfect through that corner. I think that's the line. That's much better. And up to the hairpin. Heavy braking zone. Always a chance for dive bombs and darers. And Manta does dare, and he tries to cut back and barge his way through. It's a classic British touring car style move. I'm not a fan personally, but I probably would think that was great if I was in his position. And Manta takes the lead. So we're going to have to fight to try and get it back. Decent run of the final corner. We're going to be in the tow all the way through to turn 1. Already we are 0.8 of a second clear of GF Dad 66, the Austrian driver. So instantly this could be a two-way fight for the win. Talk about levelling up though. This guy was miles ahead in the last race and we were down in 6th. Improvements. That's what you want to see. So yes, as I mentioned, I'm going to change how this series is done. So, in the next episode, I have basically a folder full of races that I recorded, just like this, eventually planning to voice them over. And it probably comprises of about 7 or 8 episodes, maybe more. But I want to get up to date so I can start driving again, because I've actually not played this game in so long because I've got such a backlog. I've probably lost all the progress you're watching me make here. So in the next episode, it's going to be a supercut. Every single race between this one and the present day, the now, it's all going to happen in one big supercut. Highlights of everything that happened between now and then, what happened to my rating, what's happening to the pace gap. And as we've got a good run, we've had to just ease off. GF Dad with some clear space has got the fastest lap behind us, but isn't making any ground yet as we move around the outside. We've managed to pull him in. And this is the interesting section to do it. He's run a little bit wide and we've now got the inside line. Is he going to try and throw it up the inside? He does. But he also, I think, slams on to avoid hitting us, which is fair enough. He's gone a bit wide and immediately the gap is opening out to over a second now. Huge exchange. And has that decided the race? And we are out of slipstream range, coming into the final corner, and we're about to start the final lap. This looks pretty good. This looks pretty good indeed. This is probably why I remembered it as good, because I managed to win a single race. So yes, next episode is going to be a supercut of every race that happened, all the big highlights, all the big moments, any wins if they did occur. Will I be able to win a race from not pole position? Be fun to find out. And then after that, the episode after that, we go live, and I'll be here with a wheel, commentating, showing you how much skill I have lost in that time as well. So the series is going to change, and then, when we're into this new format, I'm going to be looking at bringing it to a close as well. We're going to be looking at closing out that pace gap one final time. Speaking of which, the top qualifying time from this event was 1 minute 27.975 by TX3 Marcus 15. Oh no, it wasn't. His was 1 minute 25.906. The 1:27 was my qualifying time. That's just over 2 seconds away, which for me is actually pretty good because it brings the pace gap down by 1/10 of a second to 3.6 seconds. So going in the right direction. Need to get consistently and under 2 seconds, but also at least as well we have a win. It is from pole position, but we lost the lead and fought to get it back fairly and squarely. And there we go. Victory confirmed. It's been a while. Pole, clean race, and the win. Thank you very much. And thank you to you as well, as that brings us to the end of another episode. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said, next time, it all changes. There is so much action to catch up on, and I can't wait to show you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.